Hey, you guys. So this is part 2. Part 1 is giving you all the background information, and I was telling you guys kind of what an arse whipping Don Julio is getting cosmically since the full moon and through now, and he just really doesn't have a chance. And also some visions that I was having that have come to fruition. And newbies, if you found my channel, welcome. I do the tarot a little bit differently than most. I use that and I integrate the horoscope over Washington, D.C. to gather more information. And so you don't have to know astrology. Don't worry about it. Just listen to the story. Also, if you have any questions, if I use too many nicknames, please let us know, because YouTube gets really upset when I say certain names, places, people. So there's a variety of nicknames I have, because what's the big shakedown happening on Monday? I kind of knew this was going to be happening. It seems to have a huge, giant international flavor to it. Expect today, Monday, just for the news media to quote that bastard Steve Bannon, it's going to be flooded with shit, basically. So stay calm. This is what this week is going to be about until our new moon, because we're in eclipse energy. So when I decided to grab the camera to do these videos, this was the Tarotscope that I threw, because there's a lot of information coming out from Iran. I feel like they're trying to chuckle, like there's some great evil power, like Dr. Evil when he asks for $1 million. That's how I feel they're saying. Get your pinky in place. That Iran will have no negotiations with the United States until all illegal sanctions are removed. It is such a pathetic statement in some regards, because it has no grit, no background, and clearly they're like a pawn from someone else who's staging all this, was the feeling I had. So this is the Tarotscope of Iran, you know, the foreign minister Zarif, in the statement, until all illegal sanctions are removed. So this is coming to me as this is the thing that has to do with the big shakedown with the news. We're going to do a deep dive here and try to see if we can really get at the nitty gritty of what's really happening. So when they said that on the ascendant, this was the quarter moon over Washington, D.C. last Friday, March 5th at 8:30 p.m. So it's a night chart. The sun is down here. It's also a third quarter moon, so the moon is down here as well. There's no moon and no sun. There's no luminaries in the sky. There's no light. We have Mars, red hot fire, Uranus, cold winds, giant planet, shaking things up. So the light, the revelations, are on the other side of the world where it's day, the Middle East. So the reason why he says we will have no negotiations with the U.S. until all illegal sanctions are lifted. Well, we have the High Priestess, big secrets with the Rusher. Like I have said, the High Priestess is the card for the Rusher, beginning to end when it comes to elections, interference, negotiations, everything they're doing to turn this world upside down. The Rusher. The Ten of Pentacles. That could be the Trump. It's the Trump dynasty. The Trumps. Them Trumps. So it's because of Trump Russia. I have to tell you the other things, items that are in orbit of this, that seem related. G, string lane. Harry and Meghan. I think there are things going on there. that when, now I'm switching, this is other background information we need to know. The special with Oprah tonight, I only watched the last 30 minutes. It was incredible. It was powerful. And when they both started telling the stories of things that they were going through, I was like, my God, this sounds like an op slowly infiltrating and turning everyone against Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. Not necessarily because of Meghan Markle, but like she's the scapegoat for why they're turning everyone against Harry and Meghan, because it's what basically Harry knows. There is a theory out there that after his mom died, he has spent all of this time trying to research people who are related to her death. We know that Dodi Fayed is connected with unseemly people and the mafia, the mob, basically. I forgot who that was. So he's, I think, discovered about the dirty secrets, dark secrets related to the royals and maybe who they're doing business with. Like the Six Swans mob. And the whole story was so eerie to me that they told, because it just was screaming, this is an op. And keep in mind who else is in the news, Governor Cuomo and his accusations. But here there's 150 people who are speaking out about Madison Cawthorn. The media is not covering it at all. Ghislaine, is she going to flip on Donald? What is the deal between Donald and the royal family? What's this quagmire that Donald has with the royal family? What is with Donald and the royals and G-string? Did the royals help subvert the USA 2016 election? I almost wanted to throw up when I thought about that question. So no HRC to help promote Brexit. The royals in Russia. The royals in Putin. Prince Charles and Putin. Charles and Ghislaine and Putin. I didn't get to Prince Andrew and Putin. Then we have the US B-52 bombers flying over the Mideast with Israel, Saudi, and the Qatari Air Forces. We've got Iran. I looked at Lloyd Austin, Defense Secretary, and SOS Blinken. And then here we have Iran and the Foreign Minister Zarif making his accusations. I think this is what's shaking DC up Monday, rumbling underneath our feet because of the Russia and the Trumps. There's so much desperation in this. So the Ascendant said, look to the area of your friends, your allies, your networks. But this is reversed. So there's a reversal based on Trump, Russia, of what's giving life to this chart. Something is coming out about Trump, Russia, which is why they're saying this, because this is hopes and dreams, wishes. We have eclipse energy. The 10 of Cups reversed. That could be the Proud Boys reversed. It could be the Republican Party reversed. But these are your friends. Iran has the Queen of Swords. Now, this reversal could be because of what's happening with the Queen of Swords in the courts in maybe New York. Andrew Cuomo. No, not Cuomo. That's the hit job on Cuomo. Donald's tax returns and the DA. There's a lot of impetus going on there. You guys know that. A woman. It could be G-string. And her problems. This is eclipse energy. I know in my past readings that G-string and Mr. Epps function very much like a back channel government does, like how Donald does with an Eric Prince, like Josh Kushner and Kylie Kloss function as a back channel. Kimberly G, I can't say that name, functions as a back channel. G-string and Mr. Epps did as well on behalf of the Israeli spies and such here in the U.S. and all over the place. So there is something going on with the networks that the Trumps and the Russia share with Iran and these people. And Ghislaine might want out. I don't think she got a pardon. That's what's giving life to this conflict. Leo, I will. Iran says, I demand you, those sanctions before we talk. Does not sound very convincing. When you are going to say something determinative like that, you're at the very least going to be the Page of Swords, if not the Knight of Swords or the King of Swords. No, we just have this very flimsy offer. Get rid of those sanctions before we talk, okay? Yeah. Or someone told Iran to say this. Okay? I will do that. What's pointing to the first house? What's pointing here? Because the astrology said the 5th house of the sun, Biden, or the past when it was Donald, or this could be the leader. No, it's not the leader of I.RAN. So the 5th house of the sun, Biden, oh, look at that oil, said, look to the first house of the physical body. So the White House, Biden, to Iran, 7 of Pentacles. Really? Illegal sanctions, you say? I have a stockpile, a poop ton of information if you really want to go there. I have riches of information, money. I've got receipts in spades. You better stop those illegal sanctions, though. The secret behind this, we have the Moon in Seoul, China. The secret why Iran is saying this is because their point of power didn't quite work out, and things are on the move, and they still want to win, but their secret is this: they're pretty disillusioned if they're going to say, hey, U.S., no sanctions. That's their secret. Their hidden enemy with this statement: destitute, poverty, don't let anybody know, but this isn't good for us. Not good. Because all that secret intel information you have, our secrets are coming out. It's like they can't keep people out forever on this. What they thought at one time that would be very beneficial, reversed it. Not quite. What Iran thought was beneficial at one time, making deals with these guys, it's not paying off. But they're trying to assert themselves as if they have what it takes, but they don't. So, what's crowning Iran and DC with this statement? Donald is done. Iran is done. All of Donald's associates are done. Defeat. They have total defeat. They're talking bluster like a Kim Jong-un or Dead Not Dead KJU or a Putin would when he was FSB. That's what's crowning them with this statement. They know they're toast. Lands far away. Oh, I've got an agreement here. Let's say this. I'm going to say this. Lovers. I've got this huge, great idea with maybe the China, maybe the Six Wands mob, to say this. But look at here. The astrology said, look to the Saturn return with age. That agreement has aged, and it's come home to roost. This is also the area of legal agreements. Maybe Saturn return age is the fact that whatever agreement they had, maybe with Pompeo, implicitly, or Mnuchin, or Bill behind bars, has aged and expired. The area of shared resources. Iran saying, we're not talking to you unless. The astrology said, look to the air and communications with the devil. Donald, Putin, Pompeo. They really want to protect their shared ideas. Them as a rogue, being part of a rogue nation. Iran is always the scapegoat. Putin uses them as a scapegoat to provoke other nations elsewhere to react in a certain way. Well, that's their shared resources that they made a deal with the devil. And so error comes, hey, you, don't do it. I promise I'm pooping my pants. They say that to their opposition. The astrology said Saturn, and the truth is Saturn is so active, you guys. The moon is in Capricorn. It's disposited by Saturn right now, which is in the 4th house of defense. I'm telling you, what is going on right now is like an earthquake in DC. The news that's going to be come out in the next day or so is wow. The past. Don't you do that because of the past. There is a truth, 7 swords, of things that were stolen. Trying to hide and defend that secret. But they're toast. They're defeated. In the area of 6th house of military. Uh-oh. The 2 of Pentacles is, yeah, I kind of got this. I got this. We'll go. Trying to keep my balance. The wheels are coming off. Hey guys, I'm in my edits. I just got a hit on this because that's the 2 Pentacles reversed. I think this also has to do with hacking. The 2 of Pentacles are the cable connections to the World Wide Web. Reversed, that means there's been penetration, access to the inside of another network. So, this is 2 Pentacles reversed. We know that attackers penetrated our federal computer systems by SolarWinds, which is a server software. And we knew last fall that Russia hackers participated with the SolarWinds. They entered networks behind Middle East hackers. So the Middle East, those hackers went in first, and then the Russians came in behind them pretending to be radical Muslims so that Middle East would take the fall. This is why Iran can be forced to threaten the U.S. about talks about sanctions, because they are totally compromised by Russia and China. Moon void, of course. They're missing some information. The star thing, this was the insurrection didn't quite go well. Nobody can shake this insurrection thing over DC. You better believe they were part of it. There is legal news breaking that they're trying to distract from. 5th house of the sun. We have all the evidence we need. Whatever. Knight of Cups reversed. Donald had made some offers in the past. Those have been turned around. We're discovering what they were. Now, this is where the moon is going to be in a couple hours in the 4th house of defense. Pisces. I believe reversed. I don't believe. It did not pan out. And in part 1, I described to you what's going on in the Middle East related to oil and Donald's war and the war in USA. This is where it all is. You better no talking unless sanctions lifted. There's your moneyed news. They're trying to defend the moneyed news, the moneyed contracts, the moneyed negotiations, the secret discussions that are going to blow up because they tried to hide them through Pisces Neptune. Nope. That's getting lobbed back at them. The way Neptune Wuhan asteroid is behaving right now. It's not good. 3rd house, communications, negotiations. This is where the 3rd quarter moon started. It's been here since Friday in Sagittarius. Grand trine blessings. The United States of America has grand trine blessings. The only trines I see right here, we have Mars trining in a loose, ooh, damn, that's gonna hurt you guys. So Mars is in Gemini. Contracts, negotiations, discussions, communications. It has a trine here to the midpoint of Pluto, Saturn, Jupiter, all that crap of 2020, basically, where it was working out for him, is getting busted apart and split open with moneyed news. The United States of America, hello, has got the documents, the law, everything they need. And the blessings for us in our discovery, you better believe it. Now, this second house, income gains value, you better no talking until you lift all those mean illegal sanction things. The Chariot, because we moved stuff. And the astrology said, look to the south, no debts. Yet we moved a lot of money to pay off some debts. You think Obama, they all think Obama gave us, oh, that pales into comparison to the billions of dollars going to them, because I think Iran helped move that money around for others. Like the Six Swans mob? Yes, that's what happened. Oh. There was a lot more money that was moved around. And because I think Pompeo designating Yemen and Cuba, this was my original hypothesis when this happened. Pompeo designated Cuba and Yemen as terrorist organizations, so nobody would look there and look at them, because I think they were helping facilitate the transfer of goods. That's how he was exploiting them. So I grabbed this deck to do a reading on this, but I want to know what the fallout is going to be. And the reading on what the fallout will be is the next video, video 3.